How was your day, Atticus? Anything new? By the way, I have seen your children playing around with that Cunningham kid. You should definitely do something about it.
Thank you for asking, Alexandra. Everything is, I think, normal. A lot of things were happening recently, and I'm concerned about them. But I don't see any issue in my children's friendship with Walter because he's just a kid as John and Scout.
Atticus, you know that I wish only the best to your children, but the fact of their friendship with the lowest level of our community is very alarming, and I think that it would be better to forbid these relationships. And what are you exactly concerned about?
Lately, I have been worried about Scout, but not about her actions or personality, but about the fact that everybody thinks that her behavior is not right or appropriate for girls.
I see what you mean, but I'm precisely sure that my presence in this house will be a really good experience for Scout and will affect her in a good way. Okay then. By the way, I was wondering if I can ask Miss Modi and Mrs. Crawford to come tomorrow for some tea. Atticus? Atticus?
Oh, sorry. Of course you can. I don't think that this will be a problem. You can ask Calpurnia to cook something for you, and I hope you will have a great time together.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Alexandra, it's quite late now. We both need to rest, so excuse me and good night.
Good night, brother. Thank you for the cookies, Calpurnia.
You're welcome, Miss Page.
Good afternoon, Alexandra. Thank you for the invitation. I'm mighty glad to spend the day with you.
Good afternoon, Miss Modi. Welcome to our house. Join for afternoon tea. Would you like some cookies? Calpurnia have just cooked them this morning.
Thank you so much. That would be great. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. What about you? What do you think about the latest events so far?
Oh, to be honest, I don't even know what to think. I'm worried about Atticus and the children not being able to get over the birthday. But I think Atticus did a great job, and I think this trial was a big step to something bigger.
Oh, I have been thinking about it lately. I'm completely disagreed with what Atticus does. His ways of nurturing and teaching children. That's why I'm here. I thought that my presence would affect Scout and Gem in a good way, but it seems that Atticus doesn't like my vision of teaching children.
The reason is that you and Atticus have slightly different opinions about the upbringing of a girl, but I understand that you wish only the best for Scout. She is a very curious and insightful young girl, and the reason why she is the way she is because of Atticus's positive influence on her. And your job, my dear, is to nurture her positive traits and assist Atticus in developing a sense of moral integrity in Scout.
You're probably right. Oh, look, Miss Crawford is coming. Let's see what she thinks.
Good afternoon, ladies. Sorry for lateness.
Good afternoon, Miss Stephanie. It's all right. Would you like some tea?
Oh, thank you.
Good afternoon, Stefan. How did you spend your day?
Oh, nice. I visited my neighbor and then I came to Miss Alexandra. Also, do you know what I just saw? Scout, Jam, and his friend playing in yard. They're all in dirty clothes. Also, I think the Scout must behave as all girls in her age. What do you think about it, Miss Alexandra?
I knew that she would be playing around with the boys today. Thank you for your remark, Miss Stephanie. I will talk to her and Atticus this evening. I don't like it at all. As I said, Atticus should bring more attention to Scout. After all, Scout is a girl, and she must follow generally accepted rules and traditions. And I'm not sure if what Scout does will lead her to a good future.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily agree with you, ladies, as Scout is an unusually smart girl, and she knows what's best for her. Besides, it's well known that she's a bit of a tomboy and loves playing with the boys, which does not disrupt her transition from a child to an adult. It's just an environment she's been brought up in. Moreover, Scout follows the boys on nearly all of their forays, trying to disprove their claims of her being like every other girl. These activities teach her to be courageous and to be able to stand up for herself.
The situation may be changed by making Scout to wear dresses and play with the girls in the courtyard, but not by letting her to do what she does like right now. She must be limited. Atticus should think what is better for Scout and consider her future. She won't be able to hobnob with boys for the rest of her life. She needs some female influence.
In addition, Scout could more often participate in girl activities. For example, she could help Miss Alexandra in housework. Miss Alexandra, you could play an important role in the Scout coming of age. As Scout a tomboy, she extremely needs mother support. And you, Miss Alexandra, could be a mother for her. Your right guidance and good lessons could affect her in a right way. So she could learn good lessons, and right way of behavior for intelligent ladies.
You're right, Miss Stephanie. I thought about it. Um, I was planning to stay here with Atticus and the children to help Atticus to raise a real lady but not a tomboy. I am ready to become a mother to Scout, and if it will be needed, I can take care of her separately from Atticus.
Well, I do agree with you, Miss Stephanie, that Scout needs to spend more time with the female community. However, I do not think it would be ethical to change her personality completely, as she is already developing into a good and intelligent person. But I don't think it would be rational to take Scout away from Atticus, considering how attached to each other they are. And I think Scout doesn't need a lot of moral and ethical edification, as she's already a smart girl. I've noticed that she understands everything once it's explained to her well in detail. I can remember her asking me different questions about Atticus and Bradley. I can also recollect her being a bit naive and narrow-minded, when she seemed ashamed of Atticus's actions. So I think she just needs more of a spiritual support to guide her.
Nevertheless, Miss Mori, look at her behavior. Scout needs ethical edifications and lessons. Miss Alexandra knows Scout better than I and you, Miss Mori. Maybe she would decide how to teach Scout and what to do. Moreover, Miss Alexandra, I have heard from my neighbor that Scout and John were in trial. It isn't appropriate for them, especially for Scout, listen about black men who rape white women. It would badly affect uncycled children. In addition, they were sitting in balcony with Negroes, white children from prestige well-known Finch families sitting with black men. It seems like they were hiding from Atticus because he didn't give them permission to participate.
They were participating in the trial, and we all know that children weren't allowed to do this. Scout is very young, and she isn't ready to take place in such kinds of activities where there is a violent content. If Atticus would be a good parent, and he would teach his children well enough, he wouldn't allow them to go out of the house on that day.
To be honest, I don't see an issue with Scout going to the trial that day, because she is a member of our community with the full prerogative to participate in the town issues. Besides, Atticus was well aware of their presence after Calpurnia's note, so if he approves her being on the trial, I don't see a point in arguing over this. And I'm pretty confident that he allowed them to return to hear the final verdict after they got some supper. To develop into a morally right and intelligent person, Scout must learn to face the evil of the society from her early years. And with Atticus's guidance, she will become more knowledgeable about the ways to approach and handle this evil.
I think that it is the big question. Every parent, or at least a close person to a child, has their own opinion on how to nurture their children. I wish all the best to Scout.
I agree with you, Alexandra, and I know that both Atticus and you want the best for Scout.
Yes, that's exactly what I want. Excuse me for now, ladies. Atticus is returning soon. I need to ask Calpurnia to prepare dinner for him. I will come back in a second.
All right.
Good afternoon, ladies.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Atticus. Glad to see you.
So, how did you spend your time? Any news to talk about?
Well, we're doing great so far. Thanks for asking. We were just discussing the past events and the trial.
Yes, recently a lot happened in Macon, which is pretty unusual for the town. By the way, have you seen the kids?
Oh, I have seen them before Scout and John were playing in the yard. However, their faces and clothes were very dark. I even didn't understand it as Scout and John. I think, Atticus, you must pay extra attention to your kids, especially for Scout. I heard from my neighbor that Scout participated in the trial. However, I think you didn't hear about it. Also, I forgot to mention that my friend that works at school listened that Scout uses full language, and I think it isn't appropriate for a lady.
I'm pretty sure that the kids were just having fun playing outside. Scout is an intelligent girl, and her learning the realities of life wouldn't be harmful. When it comes to using inappropriate words, I think it's just a way for Scout to express her emotions, because since childhood she was taught to speak her mind and fear no judgment. I genuinely believe that this habit will vanish as she matures and gains a better understanding of the society. Don't you agree, Atticus?
Yes, Miss Modi, I agree with you because Scout is a smart girl and she knows what is right or wrong for her. And I strongly believe that in the future she'll be a great person and such actions won't interrupt her personality.
I also agree with you, Atticus. Scout is very smart, intelligent, and open-minded girl. However, I think that Scout needs female guidance and influence. According to Miss Alexander's words, she could live with her and learn good manners and right way of behavior for little lady, whilst she can live with you and jam in weekends.
Oh, Stephanie, I cannot but disagree with you, because by living with Alexandra, Scout won't be able to develop to her full potential. She's already a compassionate, a courageous, and insightful young girl. Besides, Atticus, you were the one who taught Scout to read and to rise above others without prejudice and with kindness. So I strongly advise you not to accept Alexandra's offer, since Scout is who she is because of your excellent methods. Don't you agree?
Ladies, I know that you care about Scout and I understand your worries, but no matter what the problem or concern is, it's not right to discuss other people's lives and tell them what they should do or what they shouldn't, even though there are not bad intentions in your actions. Not to be rude, but she is my daughter and I'm confident in her. Yes, Scout's personality is unusual. Might be different from other girls in town because she does things which are not typical for girls, or that she wears overalls rather than dresses or a skirt, but it doesn't make her a bad person. Scout is really smart and wise for her age. She is different from other children because she can already read and write and understand things as an adult. With another parenting, her life would be different and she'll be totally another person. I trust and respect my children, so do they, and in my opinion, it's better to show and explain things as they are because this will teach them how to survive in real life. Scout is a unique girl, and I truly believe that in future she'll be a great person. So I want you to forget about all these doubts and remember that discussing and gossiping about others is not right.
Sorry, Atticus, that I interfered to your family issues. I just want the best for Scout. That's why I gave you some advice about her behavior. Nevertheless, you're the only person who knows Scout the most. I believe that Scout could grow to a good lady.
Yes, I agree with Stephanie that you should be the main source of Scout's bringing up. And Atticus, I apologize, you're certainly right. Let's leave this matter for now. And it's getting late, Stephanie and I must be going. It was such a pleasure to see you today. Goodbye.
You're welcome. Have a nice evening.
Goodbye. Thanks for a great evening.